Here's a really lovely song that works very nicely on a single acoustic guitar, especially if we put a capo on the first fret. The original was recorded in the key of A flat, which is not very friendly for the guitar, but with a capo here on the first fret, we can play as if we're in the key of G and we match the original key. Neither the verse nor the chorus are particularly difficult, but they're both quite long and they have this kind of meandering feel. So there are lots of chords in a fairly lengthy chord sequence with one chord per bar. So you might want to commit at least chunks of it to memory rather than reading it off the page. Anyway, the chorus begins with a bar each of E minor, A minor, D and G. Strumming my pain with his fingers, singing my life with his words. Now it's E minor to A, killing me softly with his song. Then D to C, killing me softly with his song. Then G to C, telling my whole life with his words, killing me softly. Now this is F major 7, and to play that all I've done is moved the second and third fingers from my C chord up a string, and that lasts for 2 bars with his song. Then we go to an E chord for the 2 final bars of the chorus. If you wanted to play something a bit more next level for the F major 7, you could play this. And what I'm doing here is playing an A minor chord, but I'm using second, third and fourth fingers. And then I'm putting my first finger down on the first fret of the bottom string. That just gives me a slightly bigger range to my chord. And ideally, I'm just going to touch the 5th open string with the underside of my first finger. And to strum, simple down-up strumming. I guess we want to get the strumming right for this song, but with plenty of up strum accents. That kind of a thing. Strumming my pain with his fingers, singing my life with his words. Really, now, a little note here. When we get from G to E minor, those chords are a third apart, and it's traditional here, or at least there's a good opportunity to put in a passing bass note. You hear this in the original. So my G has the bass note on the 3rd fret of the bottom string. The E has an open bottom string. So I'm going to step down via this F sharp on the 2nd fret of the bottom string. And we'll get something like this. Strumming my pain with his fingers, singing my life with his words. Killing me softly with his song, killing me softly with his song, telling my whole life with his words, killing me softly with his song. Okay, now the very first time we hear this actually, strumming my pain with his fingers, it's a little more understated. We haven't yet got into the kind of the rhythmic vibe of the song. Strumming my pain with his fingers. So if you might want to emulate that. Singing my life with his words, killing me softly with his song, killing me softly with his song, telling my whole life with his words, killing me softly with his song. And then we pick up this kind of intro figure, which is A minor 7 to D7, and we get 4 of those. So 4 times round. Before we get into the verse. And then we're into the verse. I heard he sang a good song. Now, if you notice there, I just played an open 2nd string. I really have trouble pitching the correct note for the melody sometimes, especially when that melody note isn't part of the chord. And for the A minor 7, the melody note is actually a B, so that's the open second string. You might have the same issue. I heard him sing. That's just a little trick, sometimes just fishing out that note so you can hear it ahead of time. Anyway, the verse is, I heard him sing a good song. A minor 7 and D7, just like that intro figure that we've just had, and then a G. I heard he and C had a smile. A minor 7, and so I, D7, came to see him and listen for a while. And now we land on E minor for 2 bars. So altogether we've had A minor 7, D7, G and C, and then A minor 7, D7 and E minor for 2 bars. Now, a little like we did in the chorus when we went from G down to E minor, stepping down with a passing bass note. Here, when we go C to A minor, we can play a B on the 2nd fret of the 5th string to get us down to that A minor. I heard he sang a good song. I heard he had a smile. There you go. And so I came to see him and listen for a while. Now we get a bar of C, and actually that E minor, that 2 bars of E minor, going to C, well, in theory, E minor and C are a third apart. So what you could do, listen for a while, play an open D, that's the open 4th string, to get to the C chord. Okay, we'll pick that up again when we hear the verse all the way through, but we get a bar of C, D7 and G. And there he was, this young boy, and G. A stranger. Now we need to get to the E minor that begins the chorus, and we're going to do that via a B7. Stranger to my eyes, strumming my pain. So the whole of the verse, along with our little passing bass notes. I heard he sang a good song. I heard he had a smile. And so I came to see him and listen for a while. And there he was, this young boy, a stranger to my eyes, strumming my pain with, and we're into the chorus. That's pretty much all there is. Just a couple of things to think about. This G chord and the C chord, if you wanted to give it a jazzy, for want of a better word, a jazzier feel, a bit more colourful, they could both be major 7 chords. So instead of playing G here with the finger on the 3rd fret of the top string, try this. I've now got my first finger on the 2nd fret of the top string, so that gives me a G major 7. With the C it's even easier. I just play a standard C chord and I lift off the first finger to make C major 7. I heard he sang a good song. I heard he had a smile. And so I came to see him and listen for a while. You can do the same thing for the chorus chords. And there he was, this young boy, a stranger to my eyes, strumming my pain with his fingers, singing my life with his words, killing me softly with his song, killing me softly with his song, telling my whole life with his words, killing me softly with his song. And that's it.